Yo, what is going on, guys? We are back today for the start of another Alliance War season. And I just have to give you all a warning right now. Get ready, be prepared, strap in for the most brutal war experience I have ever had in my entire 7 years playing this game. You know, this is season 48. I've played for not all of those, but more than 40. 40 seasons of Alliance War, man. Masters level Alliance War. 40 seasons of that. And yet, this was it's not even close. This was by far the worst and most brutal experience I've ever had playing the mode. It's just absolutely terrible. Once we get there, I'll let you guys know. And it's just one fight. It's just one fight that is absolutely just, I don't even know what to, the words don't even come to mind. It's just horrible, dude. So we're not quite there yet. This was the first fight, section 1 on path 9. The second fight, doubling up with someone else. Came in here, threw on 2 Odin pre-fights, took him down. I was just slightly boosted. That fight was no problem at all. I just ascended future Ant-Man. And then, I was just moving into section 2, getting ready. I didn't have enough energy to knock out all my fights right now. So I was like, okay, just gonna clear that. And I'll come back a little bit later and we'll get down to business. So, come back a bit later, a few hours later. Energy has recharged. People have moved. So I have more than enough energy to clear all my fights now. I just did 20% boost in that first fight. I'm like, alright, gonna boost up now. Pretty big. 15% attack, 15% health. Alright, let's go. Gonna throw on a cosmic boost because I'm gonna be using Hulkling for a couple more fights. Wouldn't mind being able to, just cycle some special 2s. And then looking here, I was like, I could throw on an advanced power boost. Why not? Yeah. And then if you guys also look at the bottom of chat there, Trappy, who was also, top 8 in the Battle Realm Brawl, very good player. He just said, fun game. Because something similar happened to him on one fight, just getting obliterated. But yeah, it's not this fight, it's the next one. But here we just have a bishop, and this is, no problem. I'm just going to play this fight kind of like I would in Battlegrounds, and that's just super slow, steady, and safe. And just the reason to do this is just so that basically bishop never throws any power. Because, his special 1, you don't want him to throw it if you're using Hulkling. His special 2 is fine if you can evade it. And I can, but like 69% of the time I can evade it. So I don't really want to chance that, 31% is still a lot. So we're just going to chill. Boom, now we're back in the shock mode. Here's where we do all the damage. And I get so much power, I just get propelled to my special 3. So I was like, oh, okay, let's just pop it. I'm like, if this doesn't kill, it's going to give us a lot of power back. And it just kills him. He's dead. So, yeah, Hulkling special 3 got the job done there. Okay, now we get to the most brutal fight. So, before we jump in, or I guess I'll just keep letting it play because we're going to be here a while. I'm just going to explain kind of as we go. So, basically, the way this works is Iceman here is a tactic attacker, and Killmonger here is a tactic defender. And the way this tactic works, anytime you dex, block, I think evade, he's going to be gaining indestructible. So you see he's gaining indestructible passives. So the only way to get rid of those or prevent them is to, first of all, you have to use a tactic attacker. So you have to be using a tactic attacker. If you don't use anyone else, you're just screwed. So Iceman is a tactic attacker. And so the only way to get rid of those indestructibles is to parry him. So parrying is one way, the easy way. But this node has one-eyed open. So if I parry him, any damage that is dealt is reflected to me. And my notes for this fight was to use my special 1. So he constantly has a cold snap. So if I parry him, I'm going to start taking that damage. The only other way to get rid of those indestructibles is to use light attacks into their block. And that's going to give you prowess, and then if you have a prowess and they have an indestructible, it'll cancel out. But I can't do that because I am cornered. I can't gain any headway here. Those indestructibles cap out at 7. He's been at 7 for the majority of the fight. He has full health. He's hitting me with a special 3. You know, first war of the season, and this is what I'm dealing with. And right there, I go to hit his block. He intercepts me, hits me with a full combo of crits. Killmonger never crits when I use him on attack. But there, look at those crits. 15k crit. Little combo in the corner. I'm dead. I didn't even deal a percentage. Like, oh my, you have no idea how angry I was here, man. Just so pissed off. Just vibrating. Just so mad. I gotta heal up. I have to go back. What else am I supposed to do? You know, like, there's no choice. There's nothing else to do. It's heal up and go back in. So that's what I do. The only good thing is that we're winning this war kind of by a large margin. So, like, I'm not worried about costing us the loss here. You know, it just kind of sucks that start of the season, no chance at a deathless season now because of this. And I didn't even deal a percentage. Like, that just feels so terrible. That's never happened to me. You know, I've never died and not dealt even a single percent. You know, it's never happened. So, started this fight, you know, I'm a little bit more proactive. I'm trying to manipulate his AI a bit more. So I'm throwing a light attack to hope that he kind of turtles up and blocks. But by doing that, you know, throwing a light attack to make him block, that was really messing me up because that was like a hit of my combo utilized, and then I would dash in and hit their block 4 times. But since I already threw out the random light, that was like the 5th hit. So I actually threw a combo ender into his block, and he punished me for it. That's gonna happen again too. The reason for that is I'm really not used to like throwing out random lights like that to try to manipulate the AI. But I'm just getting my butt handed to me here. Like, I gotta try something, you know. So this attempt is definitely going a lot better. You know, just from the start. At the first time, the instructables just got so far out of hand. So here, at least, you know, we're doing things. We're taking some damage off. Taking off 38% so far. You know, not too bad. But the problem is, like, I try to just create some space, and right there again, I accidentally did a combo ender into his block. I was not trying to do that. It was throwing the light attack first, whiffing it. Just really messed up with those combos. But, you know, at least we're doing some damage here. You know, obviously, I'm hoping that we can kill him here. That was an accidental parry there, so you saw I took some damage because of that, because he's cold snapped and frostbitten and everything. And we also have the Odin pre-fight here to protect us against the shocks, so I don't really have to worry about that. But yeah, man, this fight is just so brutal. Like here, like I'm just trying to get him to hold block, and look at that. Now he has 5 indestructible, 6, 7, and I'm dead. Like what am I supposed to do there? I need him to hold block. I'm dashing back. I'm throwing lights to try to make him turtle up. He won't. Like, another 40% revive. So that's death number 2. 2 deaths already. Haven't even taken off half this guy's health. And again, like, I can't call for backup. You know, like, we need a tactic attacker to fight this guy. We need, it's hazard shift. We need a specific counter. Like, Iceman on his own couldn't even do this fight. He also needed an Odin pre-fight. And I'm still struggling, you know, like, I'm a decent player, and I'm just getting destroyed here. I'm just getting destroyed. Right there again, accidentally combo ender into his block. Look at that, like 4 crits in a row. Since when does Killmonger crit like that? Since when? There he catches me again, dude. Like, just trying to bait some specials. So it's like so much going on with the attacker tactic, the defender tactic, and then that's just like the base. You know, then we still have Killmonger, we have his AI, we have his specials, we have his reverberation, we have his additional power gain, we have his heavy attack that I cannot evade against the wall. So if I get cornered by him, I'm screwed because I cannot evade that heavy against the wall. I just really struggle with it. Like, just so much going on here, so much to keep track of. And so, like I said, I was so mad after the first death. After the second death, I wasn't nearly as mad. Still, like, not happy. Still kind of angry. But I would say it was after the third death, which is going to be right here, that I wasn't even mad anymore. Honestly, I went from, like, the Hulk to the Joker. You know, just being so mad and raging, to then just being the Joker and just laughing and being a crazy person. Because this fight literally made me go crazy for a bit. Like and so, oh yeah, and also, you know, what did Killmonger just do? He just threw a special one. So guess what? Now I can't hit his block. You know, those entire two first attempts, that was one thing I was doing the entire fight, was never letting him throw a special one on top of, you know, everything else that we were managing. I wasn't letting him throw a special one, and that was on purpose. After, you know, the first two deaths, kind of stopped caring and trying so hard, and just I started playing worse because I'm playing so tilted. And there, you know, I was just holding on at 1%. There's nothing I can do. I can't hit his block because of the unstoppable. So there's death number 3. So once you die 3 times, further deaths don't matter because there's only 3 attack bonuses. So, you know, dying 3 times is really bad. Dying 4 times doesn't matter. 5 times doesn't matter. 6 times doesn't matter. As long as it's all the same fight. After 3, it just doesn't matter. So here I stopped bothering with healing. I'm just going to go in at 40%, you know, just to get him down. And, like, at this point, I literally feel like the Joker. Like, I'm just laughing at how dumb and stupid and crazy and just ridiculous this is. Like, it's just going crazy, man. It's, like, I don't know who came up with this attacker and defense tactic for war, but I don't know what you were thinking. This is way too much. Way too much. Like, it's just so ridiculous. Like the amount, and this isn't even like the worst one. There's other really crazy interactions on the map too. I'd say this was definitely one of the more difficult ones, but I would say there's worse matchups, worse defender compositions than this. And you know, the thing to keep in mind as well is your opposing alliance, you know, the ops, get bans too. So, you know, you can ban 3 attacker tactic champions and then place specific defender tactic champions in certain spots, and with the best counters banned, you know, the opposing alliance is just going to suffer. They're going to suffer so hard. So there's death number 4. Like, for an alliance war tactic to be implemented well, I would say, you know, every possible matchup should be soloable, even with the worst possible bans from your opponent. You know, like, your opponent should be able to ban, you know, any 2 champions in the game, and you should still be able to solo any defender on the map. If there's a defender that cannot be taken in 1 attempt, then I think there's a fundamental problem with the tactic. You know, it's fine if a fight's difficult, but nothing should be impossible. You know, it needs to be possible, and you need to be accounting for possible bans too, and still have it be possible. But that would require, you know, extensive amount of testing, and Kabam just doesn't do that. You know, they don't test that much. And so there's so many of these interactions that are just so ridiculous. And so yeah, it took 4 deaths to get through that Killmonger. I've never died, you know, more than twice one fight. That's 4 times. That took 10 minutes to take down that one fight. In 4 Loki, you know, we have a rule: if you die, you gotta send footage of your death in the Alliance chat. There's a limit of 5 minutes on a video you can send online. It literally took me 2 full line videos to showcase the amount of BS of that Iceman versus Killmonger. Like, I've just never had a worse experience in war. That was just so terrible. I really don't like this tactic. It is not enjoyable at all. I don't know how this is even a thing. And now we have a whole season of it. So, yeah, man, just brutal. Absolutely brutal. Next up here we have an Atuma. This fight's nothing, just Hulkling. Boom, pop that. We're gonna get a lot of power back. And then pop another one. Boom, triple furies, he's dead. No problem there. But then next we do have another Iceman fight, another tactic fight. So, you know, I was a little bit worried. It's just a Kingpin though, you know, not nearly as bad as a Killmonger. And we're also able to parry. There is stun immunity here, but stun immunity, I would take stun immunity over one-eyed open a million times out of a million times, because with stun immunity, I can still parry as much as I want. And, you know, the only thing is he won't get stunned, which is fine. It's a Kingpin. He shrugs the stun anyways, so that's fine. I'd probably rather him be stun immune. Plus, I can just get more parries, you know. I can re-parry, get like 2 or 3 parries in a combo if he's stun immune. So, yeah, that's totally fine. So, at the start of the fight, I'm just trying to hit into his block a ton. You know, that's what I wanted to do against Killmonger as well. It just wasn't as easy because Killmonger's AI is just a big old jerk face. But here, Kingpin was pretty nice, so we stacked up, you know, a bunch of the prowess. And just, you know, also just being able to parry, that made me just feel better as well. But, yeah, everything is going great on this fight so far. You know, Kingpin can shrug our Cold Snap debuffs, but that's fine. It's not really a big deal if he does. I don't really care. I'm just going to keep throwing special ones, keep stacking up the Frostbites. Those are guaranteed on the special one, you know, after Iceman's buff. So just going to keep going for those. And yeah, everything's going pretty good here. Still trying to throw those lights into his block. The Indestructible and the Prowess both cap at 7, so there's no point in, you know, trying to build any more after that. So boom, you know, we're at 7 Prowess right now. Boom, 1 fell off there. Went 6, right back up to 7. Yeah, everything's going real good here. Something also that the Indestructible is paused here. We're pausing it. I don't think I was pausing it against Killmonger. That might have been user error. Like that was my very first tactic fight of the season, you know, so I definitely still have a lot to learn. I asked my officers, you know, to explain it all to me, and they did, and they explained what to do and everything. So going into the fight, you know, I did do my homework. I had good understanding of what I wanted to do, but I still died 4 times, you know. Obviously, I'm sure there's more for me to learn and know, but, you know, I did go into that fight with a decent understanding, you know. I went into that fight with a good understanding more than I do most war fights, you know. In most war fights, I don't die 4 times. So, yeah. But just need to detonate those Frostbites, and he's gonna go down here. Oh, I guess I pushed him red. I had, you know, my ice armor, so I wasn't worried. Yeah, I guess he's gonna throw it too. But yeah, I have my ice armor here, so the bulk of Kingpin damage in his special 3s right at the end, because you can see that first part did 1%, the second part did 1%, and then that last part did 3%. You know, good thing we got the ice armor, so we're fine, and he's dead. So at least we didn't die 5 times. You know, only 4 deaths for the first war of the season, and one of them technically didn't count, because after 3 it doesn't really matter. And, you know, the silver lining in all of this is we won the war. You know, we died 24 times, they died 154 times. And yeah, this tactic is just absolutely brutal. I'm really not looking forward to the rest of this season. Yeah. So that's my first experience with this tactic, this whole Ex Magica Magic Thief stuff. I think the Indestructible is way overtuned. I think there needs to be more ways to get rid of it other than just parrying and lights in the block. I think intercepting should absolutely get rid of. Like 2 or 3 of them as a tactic champion. I don't know, that's just off the top of my head. If I gave this more thought, I could come up with a lot more ways to make it better. But there's just a few. Like, it needs work. I don't understand how this went live into the season. Like, it's just way too much. But that's my opinion. You know, you guys might think differently. If you think this tactic's great, if you think it's tuned properly, let me know. Love all your feedback, whether I agree with it or not. It's great to hear. You know. You don't ever just want your own opinions, because you could be ignorant your whole life. It's good to hear what other people have to say and keep an open mind. That's always what I try to live by. So yeah, but personally, just the worst possible war experience I've ever had with this one. So just put a really bad taste in my mouth to start this war season. Yeah, but you know, I'm still going to show it to you guys what happened. That's all my 4 deaths to the same fight. I'm not embarrassed. I really don't care. Yeah, I died 4 times. You can say I suck. You can say I'm bad. It's not going to change anything to me. So yeah, that's my deaths. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think about this this tactic and everything. Hope you enjoyed the deaths. I'm sure some people got a good laugh out of it. Even I did during. Like I said, I was turning into the Joker. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoy. Peace out.